Maybe in this life. New York, day. 7 years. That's how long it had been since Emily left the Forbidden Zone. She had changed. More confident, more composed. She had a career, an apartment, a stable life. And by her side was John. Reliable, calm, the one who stood by her when she tried to start over. She arrived in New York on business, a human rights conference. John met her at the airport, took her suitcase, kissed her on the temple. "Good luck at the conference. I'll pick you up tonight," he said with a smile. She smiled back, but inside, unease. Because the letters she once burned hadn't said everything. Not everything was forgotten. Conference hall. Crowds, delegations, speeches. Emily listened, took notes, and then, "Representative of the humanitarian mission, Commander Aiden Choi." She froze. He stepped onto the stage, still tall, stern, but his eyes, tired and something more. He noticed her, a brief pause, but she saw it. He recognized her. Moments later, the crowd dispersed. Emily stepped toward him. He stood still. Their eyes met. "Emily? You're alive," she whispered. "You too, though I doubted I'd ever see you again." Then, John's voice behind her. "Everything okay?" Aiden tensed. Emily stepped back. "This is my friend, John." John extended his hand. Aiden shook it, but his eyes stayed on Emily. "Nice to meet you. I'm John. Aiden. Just Aiden." Street evening. Emily walked alone. John stayed at the hotel. She gripped her phone in her pocket, didn't call. She knew where she was going. Aiden was waiting on the corner. They walked together in silence. "Is he your boyfriend?" Aiden finally asked. "Yes," softly. "He's a good man." Aiden nodded, not looking at her. "Are you happy with him?" She stayed silent for a long time. "I tried to be." Cafe. They sat across from each other again, as if time had rewound. "What happened to you after?" "Prison. Interrogations. I escaped. The only thing I had was your photo. I kept it hidden in my boot." "Why didn't you look for me?" "I did, but you vanished." "They protected me. I closed off that part of my life." "And your heart?" Aiden looked straight at her. "Did it close off too?" She didn't answer, but her eyes said everything. Emily's apartment night. They sat on the couch. John was gone. She didn't tell him where she'd been. Aiden looked at the photos on the shelf, one with John. "He cares about you, I can see that." "Yes, but you're still holding on to me." "I don't know how to forget someone with whom I had an unfinished life." For a moment, silence. Then, a kiss. Not out of fear, but because time had finally given them a second chance. Bedroom. Early morning. Dawn gently filtered through the curtains. Emily woke in his arms. Silence. He was still asleep. She looked at him for a long time. In her eyes, peace, but also conflict. She got up, put on her robe quietly, walked to the kitchen. She sat by the window, took her phone. On the screen, a message from John. "How are you? I'll come by later as planned, love you." A pause. She placed the phone face down. Aiden appeared in the doorway. He sensed her tension. "Do you regret it?" Gently. She shook her head. "No, but I'm afraid." He stepped closer but didn't touch her. "Because it will hurt?" "Because I'll have to hurt someone," she answered quietly. "And maybe someone who didn't deserve it." "You don't have to choose," he said. "If this is wrong, I'll understand, but if you feel even a piece of what I feel," he stopped. "Don't disappear again." Later, at the apartment. Emily stood by the door. John had just arrived. He saw her face, understood, even before she spoke. "He's here?" Calmly. She nodded. "You still love him?" Pause. She was honest. "I never stopped." John looked down, nodded, spoke with sorrow, but no anger. I knew. I just hoped you'd choose me too. I did, all these years, but it wasn't real. I just didn't want to feel pain again. He stepped back. Then live without fear, and take care of yourself, Emily. They said goodbye, with respect, no shouting, no blame. Street, day. Emily and Aiden walked side by side, unhurried, as if, for the first time, there was no rush. He looked at her. Are you sure? She took his hand. Right now, yes. And maybe for the first time in all these years, I finally feel alive. They sat on a rooftop. Evening. The city buzzed below, but above, peace. Wine, a blanket, her head on his shoulder. Do you think we'll make it? He asked. I think we already did. Just 7 years late. He laughed, kissed her temple. She smiled back. Truly.